Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Sunny here, and today we got a new global lab. There's some good stuff in here, a bit of surprises, but all in all, we're not gonna see any giga patches until Heidelball, which is in just over a month, right? A month and a week or so. But today's a pretty solid patch. There is, yeah, let's just get into it. Also, all of this should be out on Thursday. It's global lab. It's Friday. Twitch resource by Sebs Brian. Come hang out. We do the deep dives. It should be out Thursday the 22nd. So first off, there's one class, don't get your hopes up. There are some changes to Dosa. Good stuff. First of all, Dosa now got its Magnus skill. We have it right here. It's a big cone front guard ability. And it's a bit slow, right? We don't know. There's probably going to be some cancels into it. There's the full animation with no speed on, right? It's going to be a lot faster. Hopefully you can cancel into it. And here are the numbers. It's a 10-second cooldown. It's on E, I believe, right? Where's the... It's on E, I believe, the ability. The damage is really solid. 8.4k, 3 hits. Also, it's a multi-hit, right? 100% crit rate, 20% accuracy, 10 targets, forward guard. And it is a slow. So it's a 15% attack and cast speed slow for 5 seconds and a 20% movement speed slow for 5 seconds. However, PvP damage is reduced by 80%. So for PvP usage, if you can fast cast this, get it out real quick just to apply a big AoE slow, that's going to be awesome. That will be a good ability in that case. But we're going to have to see how it actually turns out. But it looks pretty cool. Right, you have the E use here on it, right? So next up is some more changes. Change the skill can be registered in the skill slot. For the river fog painting, slow when acquiring the skill's change, so that diagonal cheating skill can also, I don't know what this means, whatever. And here's the big part, right? PvE damage increases. It's 5 to like 15% depending on ability. It's close to 10% across the board on all of these SOC abilities, prime abilities. And some of the numbers are literally a restoring of the pre-nerf. SOC Dosa got a 10% damage nerf on all abilities in PvE. The same patch that Awakening Dosa was nerfed with the float damage and air attack and all that. So, yeah, around a 10% damage increase for SOC Dosa in PvE, and that's it for the class changes today. I was hoping for more, but it still shows they're not done, so we can cope that maybe next week they'll do our class, whatever, right? Nerf X and Y. Another thing that I talked about was the notes being added to Ulukita, and it's actually looking better than I was expecting. So this today we're also going to get the big CP changes and everything. New production modes have been added to Ulukita and for Kepler. So you have like here these nodes. You got some Acacia, Monks brands, the Saps, different mining, the clear crystal blue. This is huge because they are a pain in the butt to get. You need to get them out of Valencia, whatnot, low rate, and you burn through them very quick with the Soul Workshop. They're great for some of the productions out there, so awesome seeing more options, hopefully easier and cheaper options. We're also getting new trace nodes, which is great. More supply of traces, get them, you can sell them if you don't want to use them. It's really good money, on top of also the byproducts here. Yeah, so just the buns, Birk, iron, black gems, different cedars, pine, and so weiter. We got here as well. There's also some in like Shakato, Stovia, around Kepler, I believe, right? And they're very cheap, so awesome. They're then converting these two NPCs, one at the Muskar and one at Asperken, for getting workers, right? And cool thing here, residents are being added and expanded to allow for purchase in these two cities, in Ulukita, so that's nice. But that's more, there's a lot more. Right, that's in Muscat, more of those. And this is for Kepler node being added. There's going to be these 4 nodes with some more timber, saps, all that, right? And some irons. And this one right here, with new workers, whenever you're doing consecutive views, it's very slow. They're gonna speed it up, so it should be a lot faster. Let's say you put it on professionals, it should find the professionals on nothing, so you don't have to sit there and wait 45 minutes to just, spend your energy. And on top of that, they are also easing up contribution. They've talked about this at the dev talk. It's here, and it's looking really good. They are capping residence CP to 5, and then lowering accordingly. And they're also lowering some of the nodes. Right, so here are the city reductions. For example, Camasilvia, they're gonna go from 8 to 5, 6 to 3, etc., right, from 3 to 2. And down here, you have the different nodes being reduced. So you have in Belna, Serendia, all over the place. For example, Camasilvia, a lot of them are gonna go 3 to 2, 2 to 1, 3 to 2. So you should get a lot of bonus CP, just locking in next maintenance. And then you'll be able to use that over in Ulukita. Another thing that they're looking at is some more life skill, quality of life fixes and updates. I love that. I think life skilling is the backbone of MMOs and especially BDO. So I'm happy to see they keep like treating it with the respect it needs and taking it seriously. So yeah, here's some quality of life stuff. Small things, but impactful. For fish, the guaranteed price goes from 24 hours to 48 hours, which then also means that the time it takes for the price to decrease also increases. So whenever you're fishing overnight or longer, and you get more value out of your fish, and you don't feel like you have to sell them right away, you can go 2 days if you want to now. For Odolidia, they go from 36 to 60 hours, and Winter Region stays the same. Also, they're adding for farming, Seed of Abundance, where you can take a magical seed, a mysterious seed, and one of those Crimson Leaf, the one you get as a byproduct for CP. Mix them up and you get Seed of Abundance. Now, what is Seed of Abundance? It is increases the cultivating time to around 24 hours, and then it increases the number of items you can get proportionally. So it's a way of, instead of doing 3 to 4 gathers per day, you do 1. So that's super nice. The only thing I don't like is that you need to use mysterious seeds. So that means you can't use those for, say, fruit farming or whatever. Maybe I don't even know if you get enough to keep this up permanently. But yeah, it's good. It's something, right? Especially if you're going away for longer. Boom, you just pop those in and you're good to go. It changes some text here on the 530. Also, quick note about the 530 combat skill. There is a GM note out, right, I believe, saying that they will be removed from the loyalty shop. So buy them. I think it's this maintenance. Buy them now if you haven't already. Make sure you buy them. They are adding them to the silver shop instead. So get them now, and you might be able to rebuy them later when they add them to the silver shop. Okay, next up, we got some quest knowledge stuff. A bit cryptic, the shape of an unknown fish. Recently, a suspicious rumor has been spreading due to the rapid increase of numbers of anglers. Due to the recent increase in number of fishers, a suspicious rumors is spreading in the village of Villia. You can check the story by asking the Black Spirit. Request for something strange with a character level 7 or higher. And that's about it. I guess we'll find out next week. And some W changes. Okay, W changes for Node Wars and Siege. The balance of Siege weapons is getting adjusted, and they are finally doing the elephants dirty. So, cannons, damage when hitting flame towers and holy war machines has been increased by 100%. Ballistas, damage increased by 100% when hitting a gate and 50% when hitting a fence. The siege towers have been separated into occupation phases, and the durability defense have been increased. And for flame towers, in uncapped Node Wars and Sieges only, a debuff has been added. And so whenever you flame somebody with the flame tower, it will give them minus 25 DR and also minus 7.5% evasion 15 seconds, and it stacks. So it's a way of mistying DP memers just standing there farming down your bases. Your flame tower will now be able to debuff them so you can kill them. And here is the elephant stuff. It took them 9 years, but believe it or not, they got the technology. changed so that mouse movement is impossible when using an attack skill. The following attack skills has been changed to no longer nullify forward guard and super armor effects, charge, and the moving horn attack. Protections will work. You can actually play the game now when there's an elephant in the vicinity. Who would have thought? And to compensate for this, they've been buffing the damage of the elephant. Totally fair, totally fine. So the TLDR is the elephant will do fixed damage on abilities that ignores, I believe, DR and evasion. However, it is affected by defensive rate. So you have if you have 4-1 DP, you have 30% damage reduction rate. When you use super armor skills, that will add some too, like 10%, 20, depending on the class, right? So for example, you have fixed damage here. The front kick deals 2,900, and it's 1,450 for the dash. So for example, you do the front hit, and you have 30%, you take 2,030 damage. Also, the moving horn attack skills range has been changed to match the movement, so that should be our nerf. And improves the ability to rotate from the start of the front kick until before the attack, and rotation speed when moving for the moving horn attack, and dash skill has been increased. So you can't mouse move it, but now you should be able to turn way better. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Finally doing something with those elephants. Next up is the question mark node war battle, the random time node war. It has been changed so that instead of ending on a full minute, it now can end on seconds. So it's gonna be like fully random. So before it would be like either on like say this 10 minutes or 11 minutes or 12 minutes. Now it could be on 10 minutes and 43 seconds it could end. And then there's a buff to the war corresponder. Some people can get a warhawk and a title, so they can go iframe and then spectate for content. Content creators can apply for this. They're buffing it. You can see further. You can jump higher, and also you now have a way of changing the colors of enemy guilds and guilds participating. So you, as a spectator, war correspondent, you can like get a way better view, and you can apply colors that you can see in the stream or whatnot. So that's awesome. They're also buffing the rewards. You can check the details, right? But they're buffing the rewards for node wars, like they did Siege last week. So here is the rewards from Dire Valencia, and additional rewards here for the question mark. And yeah, this is the box, right? So they're just buffing them. You can check out the detailed link in the description as always. You want to check them out, but buffing rewards, that's good. And for boarding here, this is training. This is another thing we knew was coming, but it's looking great. So they are buffing and improving training significantly. First off, captured horses can now, instead of being level 1 to 10, they can be level 1 to 20. On top of that, they used to be T6 to 7, now they can be T6 to T8, and T7 has been significantly increased, so you're gonna get higher levels and higher tiers on average, which means more silver. And rumors circulating about a brand new breed of wild horses. So there will be a small chance that a rare male horse will appear, growing 2.5 times slower, but giving 5 times more silver, and a wild female horse with a 4-way mate potential. A hussy horse can spawn at a low probability as well. This is a female horse with 4 breeds instead of 1, right? Normally they have 1. A horse. We're leaving that in, Nosferatu. We're leaving that in. Yeah, and when using the remote retrieve function, they've nerfed it. So currently you could overstack up to 30 horses when remote collecting. Now they're limiting it to 20 horses, overstacking, remote collecting. Boo! And we got some system changes here. They finally got Grimkill. He could only abuse it for so long. They finally got the man. Maximum level that grown on season server has been adjusted to allow to operate more appropriate for its meaning and purpose. So on season server, you can no longer get EXP past 99% of 63. However, a season character can still get more EXP off season server. But yeah. Also, this one here is awesome. Improve the ability to show your location to guild unit parted in the desert or ocean if you have the compass, and they can check your location regardless of whether they have a compass or not. So you can better ping in the desert now as long as you have a compass active. Awesome. And there are some regular fixes, changes. This is pretty much typos and awkward stuff. Except, let me see. This one right here. So you got a couple more days left, guys, to troll your guild members. The issue where fishing would be cancelled by the shadow skill of the Dream Doom Horse uprising of a party or guild member while fishing has been fixed. So you got a couple more days left of trolling. But that is it. Again, we got Heidelball in a month and a week. So I'm not expecting too much. This was pretty darn good. Happy to see these changes. But let me know what you guys think in the comment down below or at Twitch.tv/bprimegaming. I'll see you all in the next one.